2-yard touchdown run out of the Wildcat, and Jacksonville has extended the lead. Empty backfield on 1st and goal from the 1. Quarterback draws a possibility. That's what it looks like, isn't it? It's just going to be a quarterback power right up the middle. Touchdown. Trevor Lawrence just lowered his shoulder and pulled into the end zone. He was almost untouched. A 1-yard touchdown run, and Jacksonville has extended the lead. They fake the toss. They throw it back in the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. A play fake. Tim Patrick in the back of the end zone. A 1-yard touchdown pass. They've extended the lead. How good is that? And they run it with ETN to the left side. To the 10. Inside the 5-yard line. Stretching for the pylon. Travis Etienne, touchdown! A touchdown run of 13 yards. Jacksonville's extended the lead. This one's been all Jaguars all day long at Everbank Stadium.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, Tom McManus makes me smile and laugh every Friday. Man, what's your peanut butter and jelly sandwich today?
I ate it already.
It's already consumed?
Yeah, I've been up early, so it kind of messed
the
up
whole day. Your whole schedule's off?
Just when I eat, yeah, of course. I mean, if I get up early, you gotta speed it up a little bit.
Will you go to bed early tonight?
No, not on a Friday typically.
Just suck it up.
Yeah, I'll get something going,
All right.
Something will now if we're just sitting around watching TV, yeah, forget about it. My brain's gonna be like, all right, I guess we're going to bed now,
time.
But if we're out doing something, that'll be good.
All right, Tony, big one for Bowls tonight.
Yeah, round 2 of the playoffs, the regional semifinals tonight with FSU High School coming into town.
Ooh.
That's who beat Baldwin last
apparently,
week.
Coach Denmark is rooting for the hated rival Bowls Bulldogs tonight.
Only by 14.5.
Oh, because of you and Hickens.
I got to get back even.
Gotcha.
That's the only reason.
All right, but they have a lot of wagering that goes on in high
is
school
that right?
football.
Okay, for high
Coach
school
Denmark, wink, wink.
Okay,
with Coach Denmark and Dan Hicken. Yeah, they put about $1,000 on every game.
It's now double with the playoffs.
Money.
Oh, it's double.
So I'm down $2,000. I'm trying to get back even. With
tonight.
Bowls covering tonight.
Okay.
So Bowls is favored in this one. Who makes the lines on this?
Me and Dan. That's it.
There are no lines.
Oh, you make your own lines?
I look at Max Prep's AI rankings. That's what I do. I kind of put it all together, and then it kind of puts out some numbers. That's how I get.
So I'm assuming Baldwin lost last week.
Correct.
Out? Okay.
I didn't hear that.
FSU High. So it would have been
FSU High. Oh, right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. I remember that now.
So,
okay. Sorry about that.
The enemy
Coach.
of my enemy is something or other.
Yeah. Around these parts.
Here's the thing. Last night.
Here's the thing.
Well, speaking of the enemy of my enemy, right?
Yeah.
You go into that game last night, you're like, all right, if the Bills lose and the Jags win, the Jags will be ahead of Buffalo in the playoff seeding. If the Texans lose and the Jags win, we can put those guys a little further behind us in the rearview mirror. Texans now at 6-5, and so I'm a little torn going into that game. As soon as it kicks off, I know exactly who I want to win that game, and it's Buffalo, and they lose the game. But you know what I mean? It's just like your gut feeling just takes over. Like, I can't stand these so-and-sos.
We're never rooting for Houston to actually win, right?
Well, unless it was last week of the season and would put us in the playoffs,
right.
I'll root
then
for
we
that.
will.
Right. Because that's really just rooting for yourself at that point in time. But that defense was obscene last night.
I mean, the first drive was unbelievable by Buffalo. I mean, that run by Cook was awesome. Like, you're like, oh, this is going to be interesting.
Right.
And then
45-yard touchdown.
Shut him down after that.
That was it.
I know.
That was it, man. It got the return. And you keep in mind, the Jags, look, they collapsed. Absolutely. The offense didn't get a first down in the fourth quarter. Well, there were 29 points on the board at the end of the game as opposed to 19 last night. And they both played them in Houston, and they both got a return for a touchdown in the game, so you can take that right off the top. Buffalo is leaking oil badly. Their defense looks like, it's injury after injury that they're accumulating right now. Their offensive line I don't know if it was just Houston or attrition or what, but I mean, Josh Allen is in trouble if they can't protect him better than that.
I mean, he was under siege all night long, hit 12 times officially. Who knows unofficially, right? 8 sacks. That's really hard, but whatever, man. That's what it takes. We see this we see it at every level, but for the NFL, you disrupt that quarterback. I don't care who he is. We've seen him, Mahomes struggle. You see, Allen have it. You know what I mean? Like, these are things that this kind of pressure, these kind of hits take their toll. He took that one shot. We were talking about it off air. I think you said it was the first sack on his non-throw.
It wasn't a sack. That was the hardest hit. It wasn't even a sack.
On the right.
He was like at the line of scrimmage and about to release it, and he got hit, and his momentum carried him forward. It ended up being like a gain of 2.
Right.
But he got crushed from behind. Never saw it coming.
Yeah, and he said after the game that he felt that one. So those kind of things, man. That's the kryptonite right there, right? If you want to talk about how do you stop an NFL quarterback, even ones that are playing great, you hit the crap out of them is what you do if you can. If you can. They did last night.
I've seen a lot of the discourse. If Trevor Lawrence played like this, if Trevor Lawrence had an MVP award in his back pocket, we'd probably go, it's probably
we need to fix some things around him.
Yes.
Like we're having the conversation with Josh Allen.
I mean, that's not to pick on track, but don't. They're not equitable right now is where they're at. But in terms of the teams, they're absolutely equitable.
Oh, no doubt.
Go beat the Arizona Cardinals, Tommy, and don't squander this.
They can get some things done, at least, for a short period of time. Obviously, you're going to have to rotate them in and out. But, hopefully, Trayvon can go.
Yeah, I mean, look, they showed up this past week. I cannot believe you see B.J. Green actually got fined for the sack.
For what?
I mean, I would think they'd look at that and they're like, all right,
what's the fine actually for?
I don't know.
The actual hit?
He hit him in the hit zone,
right?
Like you're supposed to hit him between like the shoulders and the waist. Yeah. He's wrapped around his midsection.
Yeah.
He does he drive him into the ground? I mean, his body weight's off to the side.
So quick.
Are you not allowed to make a tackle? I mean, guys get tackled to the ground.
It's the holidays. It's for charity.
He didn't pick him up and I mean, I just think it's inexplicable.
It's
ridiculous. Did the whistle blow? Is that part of the reason for the penalty?
I don't know how.
I thought I heard.
How could it have?
I don't know. I don't know. But nonetheless, that was a terrible call. I just thought I had heard.
Yeah, I didn't think they were penalizing him for anything.
Heinz Allen
said
he's picking up the fine.
That's what he said. Are they allowed to do that?
I think he can give.
Sure.
I think he can give BJ the cash and just.
Well, sure he can.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's like he gets the fine, but I'm covering you. Right,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing.
Here's 16 G in cash.
Yeah.
Keep the change.
BJ Green makes that because you can deduct that off your taxes. That's a charitable donation.
I don't think you can.
You can't? The fine?
Like I was looking at it yesterday.
Because it's going to charity.
Yeah, I think officially the NFL, because of some way that it's written, you can't actually write it off.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I never got fined enough to where I'd write it off. You know what I mean? They weren't fining like they were today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what? You know who else Josh Heinz Allen can hand 16 in cash to? Me. So come on by. Josh Heinz Allen, if you want to sit in, we got a seat open right here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Straight
Just
cash,
hit
homie.
the quarterback legally and get a flag, and I'm sure he will.
All right. It's a Keys to Victory Friday, so we'll get into that today. We'll take your calls at 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. We got confidence picks. I didn't bring them in. I got the tally. I sent it to the fellas after last week. Forgot to bring in the previous week, so we're all caught up on where things stand. Very similar to where we were last week, but we'll see how confident we are in the Jacksonville Jaguars to get the job done. We'll get into Tom's tail of the tape, matching them up side by side with a quick review of how it held up last week. I mean, you couldn't find anything after the game that you would say for the previous 3 hours didn't go in the Jaguars' favor on that, but hard to know that ahead of time. So we got a lot to get into today on a Keys to Victory Friday. You can stream us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You can jump on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines at 641-1010, same number for the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, or on social media at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at Meathead55, and at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
A lot of claw drinking tonight because there's no coaching, no stalking the sidelines tonight.
Applebee's, Lane Avenue.
Going to be deep into the Applebee's.
You already know the drill.
By 4 o'clock.
Happy hour, baby. There you go.
He's getting ready and well lubricated. Where will you spend this evening, Dylan Denmark?
I got to do helmet inventory at the school.
Helmet inventory.
On
a Friday night.
No, afternoon.
Oh, okay.
And then I got Friday Night Lights, so I still gotta watch some of the games.
So you gotta work.
Yeah, it's our last Friday Night Lights, so.
Okay. I got you. All right. So work on the docket and for both Tony and Dylan tonight.
Yeah, not for me.
Me either. Right.
But working during the day.
Yeah. Oh, we're hard at work right now.
That's right.
Here we go. We'll get into your tail of the tape. We'll get to your calls and get rolling on this Friday. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Every great engine has something special under the hood.
Woo! Hey, you want to drive?
It's the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville drive of the game.
Boom, drive it, set up, there you go.
On 1010XL.
Gotta be 6, fellas. We gotta get 6.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their REME Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
You watch the games, so do we.
Dan Higgin and Jeff Prosser right after every Gator football game get our reaction to the plays, the calls that stood out to us.
Live streamed on the Swamp Sessions podcast on the 1010XL social channels from Voodoo Brewing Company.
Driven by Atlantic Infinity.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo. The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee, plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hey gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, don't worry about any, quote, problems you think might be related, because I've got the perfect team that will keep you right on track. In fact, they've got a guarantee that you can't beat. And that is Chad and Sandy, the agents I would call to sell my home. You see why? Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. But the promise is this. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jacksonville homes are selling, but many take months and a low price to sell. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive demand to sell your home. Darcy in San Jose said, I felt too isolated in my retirement. I wanted to buy in a different area, better suited for me. I spoke to several agents who didn't seem to care. I needed to find someone I could rely on. In come Chad and Sandy, and in 3 days, the home was sold. ChadandSandy.com or 904-414-6200.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Back in the middle, Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, here we go into Week 12 of the NFL season. It's already kicked off, and it's time to get a W for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got to say, and we'll go through confidence picks later, I just, maybe it's irrational. I just have gotten more nervous as the week's gone on.
Have you really?
I have.
I've gotten way more nervous as the week's
gone.
gone.
Have you really?
I'm telling you, I just have, I'm watching and I'm like, here come the Texans, right? Like, really?
Yeah,
we open the door for the Texans, and,
maybe we did.
And they're going to be our worst nightmare, creeping right
Not
up
if we
behind
keep
us.
winning.
Not if.
I know.
We keep winning.
Well, you're right. But, look, I look at this week like this. If you beat Arizona, you cement last week. And then cement's just not a one-off or an outlier type. Like I was hoping that was going to happen early, like it did early in the season when they had 3 wins, or went 4-1. So they got that to me. And again, the Cardinals have enough players to beat you. There's no question about it. I know they're 3-7. 5 of their losses were pretty tight games overall. Last 2 were not. They got crushed, obviously. But again, they give up a lot of hits to the QB. So I think if our D-line could show up like it did last week, like from the first snap, and they give up some yards on the ground, about 112.5 a game, 113 a game. So I'm confident. I mean, I'm like, man, I mean, look, I heard what Liam said about the standard, right? It's not a standard yet until you do it multiple times, but this is what he wants. So can they duplicate the same thing as to what he wants out of his team in back-to-back weeks? I mean, you have to be a playoff team, right? This now is when you start, really showing that, you know what, this is going to be a tough ending, like for anybody that's chasing us. And if you play us in the playoffs, you're not going to want to play. This is the time to do it, right? So I'm confident they're going to win. I really am. I don't know if they're going to crush them or be close or what have you. I don't really care, but I'm confident they're going to take what they did last week and realize that that's what it takes. Like that O-line. We haven't seen that O-line play that feisty and nasty in how long, and it made a big difference. I mean, it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Our D-line from the very first snap, Trayvon in Herbert's face. I mean, wasn't fooled at all in the misdirection, and should have been a sack, that type of thing. But look, I don't know. I'm more confident than ever, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think our defense is finally getting back to normal. At least that's the hope. And if not, then I'll have more questions about them than before, I guess, because I'm thinking they turned a corner. That's how I feel. Now look, they caught L.A. on a off day. That whatever. You got to play who you play, and you smashed them to the earth. I mean, nobody saw that. I thought they were going to get killed. I thought Herbert was going to throw it all over the place.
If you had said 35-6, every single one of us said, yeah, well, I hope it's not that bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
could
know.
see it.
I know. So, hey, hats off to getting it done. The question is, can they handle this success? We see how they bounce back from losing and being disappointed and all that. But how do they respond to being successful, having a great week, and then duplicating that week in November?
We'll see.
No doubt.
I mean, at times they had success against San Francisco, and they handled it against Kansas City. But you could also say, well, they had success against Kansas City. They didn't handle it against Seattle. They didn't handle it against – right? So I don't know if, they've turned a corner. And quite frankly, I want to see them – not lose any more games of the ones that I think they should win. And I think those are the Tennessee games, the Jets, and this week. Now, that doesn't mean they can't win the other games, but I think they should win those 4 games. So if they lose any of those games to me, I'm going to look at them a little bit suspiciously here because those are ones you can't afford to let go.
Yeah. Well, if they don't beat Arizona, then they're just a back-and-forth team. You don't know what you're going to get on. But I'm expecting them to go out there and beat Arizona.
I hear you.
I mean, I don't know. I feel confident.
I'm going to pick them to win. I'm just telling you I have...
You're just a little nervous.
A little
I get it.
less confident. I'm more get through this game, win by any score necessary.
Yeah.
And Trayvon's a big part of it, man. He really is. Yeah. Because that pass rush can affect him. And we saw what it was like when he was ineffective playing ineffective.
Absolutely.
If he's not playing at all, I mean, it's great that these young guys flashed last week. I want to see Trayvon for 60 snaps out there or as much as I possibly can, and I don't think we're going to get that this week. Arizona has been up and down. I mean, you look at the stretch. They lost to San Fran by a single point. They lost to Seattle by 3. Yep. They lost to Tennessee. Yep. They lost to Indy by 4. Yep. I mean, they lost to Green Bay by 4. That was a consecutive 5-week stretch. But then recently blown out by Seattle and San Francisco in the last
the
couple
same
weeks.
Score, too, which is wild.
Almost the identical score, 44-22, 41-22. I got the Jag. Well, we'll give scores later. But
okay.
Yes.
Don't give it away yet.
I'm not going to give it away yet. Yeah. Let's get Mac from the north side wants to get in first today. We'll get to Tom's tail of the tape coming up before the hour is out, sizing up the Jags and their opponent, the Arizona Cardinals, this weekend. Mac, good morning. How are you?
My main man, Tommy Mack, is in the house.
What's up, Mac? How are you, buddy?
What's up, Tommy?
Hey.
All right. I got nervous after the game last night. Now I'm nervous. Dylan knows I'm nervous. I'm nervous now.
Yeah?
I'm not nervous.
I am.
I don't know. No, I know.
I'm with you, Mac.
I'm after last night's results, I am nervous.
Yeah, well, listen, any given Sunday, man, we know that can happen. I mean, it's not like Houston doesn't have the number 1 defense in the league. When you have that, you got a chance almost against anybody, don't you? When you perform that well as a defense, right?
Absolutely.
And Davis Mills is, playing some good football. They got enough talent to beat you. I mean, that's what any given Sunday is, right? So Buffalo comes in. And they took care of them up front.
I heard Prost talking about it. It's just like, I hope it's just the specter of don't let it be that team to me, because you had the chance to almost bury them. To almost put them out of your misery. And even if they had won these other games, and you wonder, would they have had that level of performance last night if they were another game further back in the standings and had barely scraped by the Tennessee Titans, which was the case the week before? I don't know the answer to that. It's just more like if we look up and the Jags stumble along the way and all of a sudden Houston's ahead of us in the standings. Yeah. I mean, and which would be the case if they lose this week.
It can happen.
I know.
Obviously.
I know.
Right?
So anyway, I mean, look, I don't have any impact on the outcome of it.
No, I know.
We
don't. Last week we all picked them to lose, and they won.
Look, Brock Bowers destroyed us. Trey McBride's having a much better year than Brock Bowers.
Trey's tough. Yeah,
I mean,
no doubt.
What are we going to do with that?
Yep.
Not sure with him.
Yep.
Which of these injured guys are going to show up and be healthy? Do they get Trey Benson back this week?
Right.
Don't know. Obviously, Marvin Harrison being out is good for this team. Again, this is a team that I feel like the Jags are better than. I think they should win the football game. But it is the NFL, man. Just about anybody can get you in any given week. If you want to get in, 641-1010. Travis Etienne, limited participation, non-contact jersey. Does that worry you at all?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, no. I mean, look, I mean, it's getting towards that time of the year where you don't have to hit as much, especially if you're him. And if he's a little banged up, you just want him ready for Sunday. So, I'm not that concerned about it. But we'll find out Sunday. If he's missing time on Sunday, then, yeah, I get concerned. But not right now, I'm not.
All right, let's do it. Let's break now, Dylan, if we can. And that way we come back, we'll have time to get to the offensive side of the ball on Tom's tail of the tape. We'll size up the various positions. We'll reflect back on how you felt about the game going into the Chargers matchup and how that actually turned out. We have our keys to victory today. You can submit yours on social media. Got a bunch of them pouring in already. A lot of them centering around the pass rush, as you would expect. That's a team that you can get after, and the Jags need to do exactly that. Bring that pass rush that they had against the Chargers. And I mean, the Jags were an eyelash away from having a half dozen sacks on Justin Herbert.
Absolutely.
The one that Gardeck ran Trey Lance out of bounds. How's that not a sack?
No, right.
I
don't know. Yeah.
They always give a sack on that play when the guy's right there.
Yeah, listen, they took advantage of a beat-up O-line, but they destroyed him. I mean, they dominated that O-line, so we got to get after these guys.
All right, we'll take a time out here on a Keys to Victory Friday. We come back with Tom's Tale of the Tape, matching up the Jaguars offense with the offensive performers on the Arizona Cardinals roster. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Why wait all month long? Get your Black Friday deal today at Keon Atlantic, your savings gateway. We've got 30 days of Black Friday during the Kia Season of New Tradition sale event. Drive a new Kia payment-free up to 6 months, or take advantage of 0% APR financing. Shop where you save green all November. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and this time of the year, Honda has such a great lineup, especially when you want to get out on the road and just cruise.
Temperature's letting up a little bit, like Oktoberfest is coming. Legendary Honda Goldwing, legendary Honda Rebel that's now an automatic. Lots to choose from and lots of easy riding.
In the price range and the size of the bike, you have a wide variety.
We do, from entry points to the finest of the fine.
All right, check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency or their Facebook page.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental, with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose-colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
So, Tom, you guys will have Eric Armstead on today.
We will, yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah, he's scheduled every Friday at 3.
Be curious to hear what he has to say. Apparently, he took to his podcast to say that the D-line heard the noise, heard the criticism, and took it to heart.
Good.
So, all this, we don't know what anybody's saying. I don't pay attention to that.
Well, in that case,
I guess they heard it.
Some do.
I'm a little anxious about whether or not they can do it 2 weeks in a row, despite the matchup.
I don't
being in
think they
their
can, Tone. I don't think they can.
Me neither.
I don't
man.
think we're going to see much effort.
That's probably the least confident group I have right now.
Probably not going to get much of an effort out of this D-line this week is what I'm guessing. Wink, wink. Huh, Eric? Come on.
That's right.
Let's go. If it's
Here's
that easy,
noise.
let's go, man.
Here's the noise.
It's human nature. For some guys, some people could probably block it out. And who knows what it would have been like in your day. You didn't have all that.
We didn't have all
Had
that.
a little bit of sports radio back in the day.
And writers. That's when we had writers.
Yeah.
I mean, we have it today, too.
But now you got anyone with a working set of fingers is a writer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just knocking it out on the internet.
Yeah.
And,
or whatever you call them, vlogger, blogger, talking about sports. Yeah.
Well, it's the whole, generally loudest voice wins kind of phenomena. But, look, there was justifiable criticism.
No doubt.
Of the way that they played and the way they collapsed the week before.
Absolutely. And we see the difference. They know the difference. It's black and white right there. When you're effective at the line of scrimmage, when you win the line of scrimmage, you have a chance to win every single game. And it shows. The O-line was incredible. The D-line was great. I mean, overall, man, they really did a number on that Chargers, front on both sides of the ball. I mean, when's the last time we've seen that? Where you could say domination for the most part. On that line of scrimmage. So you can't dominate every week.
No,
but you got to control it. You got to control it at least, and hopefully win it. Is the the outright.
You can win with. That's why we say winning is the number one thing. You can make mistakes along the way because you're not going to play to that level every single week. And when you do, you see what the result can be. So you know what they're capable of doing.
I will like the way the O-line blocked, especially run blocked on last Sunday. Gosh, if they could duplicate that every week, because that you know what that does for a team, right? When you have an O-line that I don't want to say feared. It's not like people are going to be like, oh, I'm scared, afraid of them. But they know when they go against them, they're in for a very physical battle, and you better be prepared to go through that. And not every D-line will want to go through it. Some will be more finesse. But if they're that every week consistently, that's something you can really jump on and ride to the playoffs. You know what I mean? If they can play that way consistently, which they haven't lately, if they can, then that you could ride that into the playoffs, in my opinion.
All right, well, let's talk about the O-line and the other aspects of the offense as we match them up. Tom's Tail of the Tape every Friday, where it's not a Trevor Lawrence versus the secondary. It's the matchup of the quarterbacks, the running backs, the pass-catching rooms, and the like, Tom. So quick review of last week. I mean, just based on the performance, the Jags get the check up and down the line, right? But you had the Jags with the advantage at running back. That proved out to be pretty clear. You gave them the advantage on the O-line, and they were very good.
To work.
And the other O-line got worked. You gave the Jags the advantage at linebacker. There was nothing particularly special that the Chargers linebackers did. And special teams as well. We didn't have to see a whole lot of special teams.
That's right. No punts.
No punting.
No punts.
But Cam Whittle's very good on kickoffs. And the coverage was good in this game. Yasir Abdullah set the tone on the opening. He's another guy, though, looks like he's probably not going to play. He and Trayvon are the ones who have yet to practice at all
he had a couple
week.
good hits on kickoff this past week, Abdullah.
I mean, you gave the edge to quarterback, and for one day, Justin Herbert wasn't better than anybody, right?
No,
and that's a one-game snapshot. You gave the edge to their pass catchers, their D-line, their defensive backs. I mean, at the end of the day, the Jags whipped them in every category. Just whipping, head coach included. The whole nine just dominated the scene. My X Factor was huge. Brenton Strange was my X Factor pick last week. I thought, if we can only get him inactive for one more week, the Jags will probably win this by 29.
I'll tell you the X factor, at least from an offensive standpoint, that call, the tight end delay was a perfect call.
Oh,
I thought
look
it
left,
sparked.
look right, come back to the middle.
That sparked everything to me. Like, it finally started to get clicking and going after that play call.
There were a
I thought that
handful
was
of
brilliant.
really, really good play calls. The touchdown to Tim Patrick, I thought, was excellent. They got the defense flowing on the fake pitch, and it was a simple little toss over the middle, and that's where he can
in route.
You know, a little
That's
in
all it
route
was,
at
yeah.
6'5", man. That's all you need with him, and he's starting to pop up with a catch or two.
Yeah.
You know, every week, and Jacoby Myers' role continuing to grow. All right, last week in the rear view. On to the matchup here. Trevor Lawrence and Jacoby Brissett, who, by the way, just set an NFL single-game record with 47 completions. Now, I almost said the Chargers, the 49ers well ahead in this game, Tone. They're playing kind of a shell coverage.
Yeah.
They're giving them underneath stuff, but no
There's
other
been plenty
quarterback
of
in the
games
history of
that have had
the league. Right. There have been plenty of games when teams are behind and they're throwing, and no one's ever done it before.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's garbage time, right? But you still got to complete the passes and still got to make it happen.
It's never happened before.
Yeah.
Plenty of guys have played in garbage time.
Yeah,
you
no
know?
doubt, no doubt.
So how do you see him, Tom, head-to-head?
Well, look, I think this one I was a little conflicted on because as far as how the year's going, Jacoby Brissett's having a better year than Trevor Lawrence if you look at them head-to-head. However, if I had to pick between those two as to who I'd want my quarterback to be, I would pick Trevor. I just think he's a better quarterback. However, I can't deny that Jacoby – you know, here's a guy that's always been kind of like a journeyman. You know what I mean? He comes off the bench. He starts for you when needed. He's always prepared. You know, he can make all the throws. He's not going to wow you with his athletic ability at all, but at least he's got the big arm. He's a smart player, and he's a pretty tough player. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'd pick Trevor if I had to pick a QB to start a team, to have a team, whatever, and if it was only him and Jacoby as my two candidates. So with that being said, I'm going to go push.
Okay.
I think it's just fair to go push. I just think it's fair to go push in the way I'm looking at it.
Well, for folks who haven't really looked at the season Jacoby Brissett is having, he's played 7 games because obviously Kyler Murray was their starter at the beginning of the year. And as we spoke with Bo Brack of the Phoenix Cardinals podcast, Tony asked him, what's the future? One word answer: divorce. So I don't think Kyler ever takes another snap for him. But Jacoby Brissett in those 7 games, completing 66.7% of his passes. So 2/3 of his passes compared to Trevor completing 59.8. Trevor's averaging 6.4 yards per attempt, 7.4.
I know.
For Jacoby. 10-3, his touchdown to interception ratio. Trevor Lawrence, 11-8. So, I mean.
And the rating.
He's outplayed him. The rating, is in the 90s, 98.1 for Brissett, 79.4 for Trevor Lawrence. With the exception of winning games. I mean, Trevor's won more games. Obviously, he's also started more games. But I get what you're saying. I'd rather have Trevor, too. But for one Sunday afternoon. Better pay attention to what this guy has done.
I wouldn't
in terms
put it
of
this way. I would not be surprised if after Sunday, Jacoby Brissett has the better day at quarterback.
Okay.
Stats-wise.
All right. Running back rooms, Tom.
I tell you mentioned Trey Benson. I've always liked that kid. I know he's been on IR, but does he come back? I mean, the DeMercado,
he's out.
Obviously hurt. I mean, he was having a good year, high average per rush. So obviously they're not there. Bam Knight is left remaining, it appears, unless Benson comes
Bam
back.
Knight, Michael Carter.
Yep, Michael Carter, that's right. Gosh, I forgot about him. Yeah, is that the Michael Carter that's been around North Carolina, Michael Carter? Interesting. But
still pretty young.
Yeah, he is. It just feels like he's been around a while. Interesting. Anyway.
Yeah, he's probably I'm guessing he's like 26, something like that.
Yeah, they don't listen. Bam's about 3.4 yards per carry. They're about 4.4 as a team. It's a little curve because of DeMercado. But I'm going to go our running backs. They're just hands down better, especially with the way Tootin's even getting better. And man, I love ETN and the way he's playing. So
honestly, if James Conner were healthy, if they were all healthy, I think the Jags are no worse than a push. The way they performed
I agree with
this
that.
year, sure. We don't know what Trey Benson will be. He hasn't played that much football. He is averaging 5.5 yards a carry, but it's on a limited sample size. So. We'll see, and we don't know if he's going to be available. I think that's an easy check mark, Tone, for the Jags.
I do too.
At running back. All right, Tommy. No Marvin Harrison Jr., but wide receivers and tight ends. We don't know about Brenton Strange, his availability. We don't know about Brian Thomas Jr.'s availability.
That's fair, yeah.
So how do you see the pass-catching course?
Well, Trey McBride, you already mentioned. He's one of the best.
He probably had the best tight end season of anyone in the league.
He's unbelievable right now. This guy, Michael Wilson, I saw what he did against San Fran. 15 for 185. I mean, I don't know much more about him aside from that. I know he's got a touchdown. He didn't have it last week, so he got it earlier in the year. They've got a couple other guys that, haven't done, I guess, a ton as far as wide receiver core. I mean, look, you don't have Marv Harrison Jr. Look, we don't have our guys either. I'll take Jacoby, though, Myers over what they have. I'll take Trey McBride over what we have. I'll take Parker, though. Parker, I'm going to give us the check mark on this one.
I think this is a push for me.
Do you?
Yeah, Greg Dortch. He's not a household name. He's a good player. I mean,
he's a return guy too, isn't he?
Jacoby Myers might take the next 3 weeks to get 15 for 185.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
true.
and I get maybe in that circumstance in that game it would have been different. But I'm not saying Michael Wilson is better. I just think that those guys have shown that they can handle a high volume of targets. The pass catchers, the backfield guys are good pass catchers as well, if you want to roll that in there. I just think McBride is the best offensive weapon in this game, I think, based on him relative to his peers at his position.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
So, but you give it a what?
I'm going to give it to us. I'm still going to give it to us. Yeah.
And then O-line.
Yeah, O-line, I'm giving to us. I mean, they've given up more hits. They've given up more sacks. They've given up more tackles for loss. So I know, look, Jonah, he might not play. He came from Cincinnati, Jonah Williams. I would expect our ends, especially Josh Hines Allen, to have a big day to really be a force there. So I'm going to go with our O-line and the way they've been playing at least the last week.
All right.
They carried in.
On offense, a push at quarterback, and Tom gives the check to the other three spots in favor of the Jags. We'll get to the defensive line and linebackers, secondary, and the like when we return. Get more of your calls coming up as well on a Keys to Victory Friday. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. The Jaguars prowl in the Valley of the Sun. One team flies, the other bites. Stuck up on cactus juice, it's a duel in the desert. Jaguars Cardinals. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Wingstop and 1010XL has the ultimate tailgate for you to win. Leon Searcy here, your lemon pepper guy. Go to 1010XL.com to register to win a 100-piece wing party complete with fries, veggie sticks, and dips.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, 1010XL fans, it's game time, but don't get sidelined from the fun. The JTA Game Day Express is the smartest way to get to the bank on time. It's all sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. There are 5 convenient pickup locations across the River City, but remember, Game Day Express is cashless. All passes must be purchased through the MyJTA mobile app. Get your $10 pass today. For all of your game day needs, go to myjtafla.com.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 5-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months, and it takes a price lower than you want. Well, getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive the demand to sell your home. And they have this unbelievable promise and guarantee. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. If you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy are going to aggressively market your home, and they're going to get it. Anthony and Mary in Palm Coast said, we wanted to move back home closer to family. Getting max price was more important than a fast sell, but we had only purchased our home last year, so we didn't have much equity. After just 23 days of aggressive marketing with Chad and Sandy, they sold our house at the price we needed to make the move. Call the Jacksonville experts you can trust, and I recommend. Call Chad and Sandy at 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. He's number 55.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, so we're getting in the festive holiday mood around here. You may have noticed the decoration up on the window if you're watching, if you're streaming on YouTube.
That's a big mistletoe.
Twitter or Facebook. I guess you could.
You gotta squat down pretty far though.
You got your readers on over there, or what are you working with over there?
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes and I'm looking at you.
I'm wondering because that's not a mistletoe. That's why I'm.
It's
asking.
not.
It's a wreath.
Oh, right. I thought Never mind.
They're not the same.
They're not
the same thing.
I mean, I guess you could make a wreath out of mistletoe if you had enough mistletoe.
Is mistletoe not garland?
Well, garland is just like, isn't that just like a word
I thought
for
the
like
wreath
a
was made out of
decoration?
I don't know. It looks nice though. Don't look. Don't look it up. Don't listen to me.
Well,
I don't even know.
No. I want to know what the definite, because garland, I think, can be used to describe a lot of Christmassy type stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I've
thought
heard
garland was like the green.
a wreath of flowers and leaves worn on the head or hung as a decoration. There's garland right there. That's a wreath.
Okay.
Right, of
So,
leaves
yeah, it's a
or whatever,
garland.
So that's good.
Yeah, see, I'm close.
That's very nice. What is the mean? Yes. Okay. So there you go.
Is mistletoe a garland?
No, mistletoe's
No.
not a wreath. No, it's not.
But
a,
it's okay.
It's not a circular decoration. It's just like
Oh,
a
I
sprig
gotcha, I
of,
got it. Right,
of the
right.
plant.
Okay.
The point being,
So a garland has to be in a circular thing? Is that what
yes,
you're saying? Okay.
literally a circular decoration.
Okay. Fair enough.
So anyway,
yeah.
Point of it was to state that we learned that as we hung this non-mistletoe wreath,
Yes.
right, wreath
with a TH.
with a TH, WREATH. We found that somebody who works for 1010XL their entire life, they thought it was a Christmas wreath.
Reef, like
A
reef,
reef.
like coral reef.
Like with it, yes.
Yeah.
Like an F.
Yeah. It's all right.
So,
And now I just saw him. He can hear us. He just walked into our room to share with
bro,
everyone. It's being
sorry.
talked about.
I didn't name you by name.
Yeah, I mean, anything's open around these pots. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Christmas. It's not. I'll just say this: it's not one of the on-air hosts at 10.
Yeah, no, it's not
I'll
me.
leave it at that.
Clearly,
it's not you either.
Yeah.
And I'll say it's at least. Should I say it's not one of the producers? I don't want to narrow it down too far, but I don't want people thinking that Denmark doesn't know what a reef is.
Oh, definitely unbelievable.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it could have been Denmark, right? I think we all would have bought that. All right. Anyway, happy Christmas. Hope you all get your reefs out of the attic.
Get the reefs.
Hang them all over the place if you want to. All right, Tommy, let's get Regina.
Yeah.
A little,
Okay.
little
Let's get
palate
Regina.
cleansing opinions from Regina here, and then we'll get to your tail of the tape on defense. Regina, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I just wanted to add my 2 cents for key to victory. You know, we've been talking about. I wanted to give a shout out to the coaches. I think the coaches set these guys up for success, both offense, Liam Cohen, and defense, Campanile. So my key to victory is they have to step it up, play with the same intensity and precision. When they're told to do something, do it. And if Trevor needs his little cheat sheet, let him have his cheat sheet because he seemed to be increasing his pace. The other thing is we're talking about being more physical. I was really bummed that BJ Green got nailed, you know? And I don't know, I missed that part about his fine and stuff. I didn't quite understand it. But I don't know if you saw on social media, J.J. Watt came to his defense.
I did.
He said, pardon, you did?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bummer. You know, you're supposed to be playing more physical, and then you get nailed like that. But my key to victory is just do your job. You know, and that their coaches did a wonderful job setting them up for success. And go Jags.
Go Jags.
Go
Thank
Jags.
you, Regina. Regina has done her job, and she
Yeah.
has inspired the troops right now. Oh, look, I would not tell BJ Green to do one thing differently. I don't know what. I would love to hear them articulate why exactly that was illegal. I thought it was going to be one of those, well, he never got fined, and it just kind of disappears.
Well, and it was such a bang play. I mean, Herbert turned and boom.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what's the guy
You're
supposed
still allowed to
do?
hit hard, right? I mean, it's still allowable to hit a guy hard. I mean,
do you remember Ronnie Lott used to come in with his arm, like his forearms, because he didn't want to get fined? Like they weren't fining him, I guess, back then with the forearm instead of his helmet. Maybe you do something like that.
I don't know.
Crush their chest.
Yeah, you think if somebody goes with the cross forearms, they're gonna
into the sternum, like just concave.
What did he do? He wrapped them around his gut.
I think we're in an era of NFL football where if you hit the quarterback and it looks violent, it draws a flag. I think that's the era of football that we're in.
Yeah.
I think you're
right, Tony.
Largely right.
What a shame.
All right, let's get to defensive line here, Tommy. How do you see it between the Cardinals and the Jags?
Well, we know that the mayor, or the former mayor of Saxonville, is over there with
Still
Calais
mayor of
Campbell.
Saxonville, because Saxonville was a thing. And
He's got 5 sacks
place
and
and
8
time.
tackles for loss. Josh Sweat's got 9 sacks and 11 tackles for loss. And I like Walter Nolan. I liked him coming out of Ole Miss.
He's flashed in his first 3 weeks.
Yeah, he has. So I'm going to give them the nod. Look, our D-line played great last week, but if I got to go, look, Calais and Eric kind of wash each other out, right? Nobody's near 9 sacks, even collectively. They're not near 9 sacks, so I'm giving
we
Zona.
talked a lot about Josh Sweat earlier in the week. Like, he is just quietly having a spectacular season. I mean, he got a pretty good payday. He got like $18 million a year.
Yeah.
But he's getting 18. Our guy's getting 28. Like,
yeah, I know.
He's got 9. Let's go.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
Like
So
you
they
said, good game last week. Need more of that.
But yeah, they get the Zona get the check mark for D-line.
Okay. Linebacker.
Linebackers, you know, I thought Zaven Collins was going to be just a really good player when they drafted him. You know, he's kind of a bigger linebacker. He's still a pretty good player, but not as big as I thought he was. They got a Mac Wilson Sr. who's got 6 pass breakups, so that means he's probably pretty good in coverage.
He's out this week.
He is out this week?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Akeem Davis-Gaither, is he in? He's their second leading tackler.
He's in.
Yeah, but I'm going to go our guys. You know, I think Gardeck's coming along. Aluakin's always solid and steady, and you know, Lloyd played better the second week back than he did the first week back. Thought he was pretty active.
Yeah,
so,
he's got his hands on the football plenty of times.
yeah, he had a nice big hit on that one play down by the. That was great. The
which one
screen.
talking about the screen, right? For like a loss of 3.
Yeah.
all over that.
Yeah,
thing,
it was
man.
massive. So
Absolutely.
I got our backers with the check mark.
All right, and then the defensive backs.
DBs, they're pretty close. I mean, look, Butter Baker, we all know. Will Johnson, the second-round pick.
Who?
Will Johnson.
Butter
Baker.
Come on,
Buddha.
Buddha. Oh, did I say Buddha?
No, you said Butter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I spelled it wrong. Sorry, Buddha Baker. I know
No,
who
you
he
spelled
is.
it right.
He's a bad. What's that?
You spelled it right. I bet.
Oh, I did?
It's just the way you said it.
Okay,
B-U-D-D-A.
Okay, I didn't know
but
it was Buddha, maybe.
he calls himself Buddha.
Okay, Buddha, you deserve it. You're a good player. So, Buddha Baker, Will Johnson, thank you for that correction, Mike. I appreciate
Will
that.
Johnson. If Tony didn't laugh, I would have let it go. I think.
Will Johnson,
Blame that one. No, you're right. It's Will
got it.
Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with
You're
you.
messing with me, man.
Oh,
Quit
God.
messing with. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, I'm gonna give the check mark to them, and the reason why is they're at 221 yards given up a game, and we're at 236. So I
Okay.
got to give them the
Just
nod.
going to the stats, basically,
Yeah, going to
which
the
is
stat.
fine.
I mean, it's about even, I would imagine, if you want player for player. But as I look at that, I'm going to give them the check mark.
All right. Generally, we've been winning the special teams head-to-heads. Will that continue here?
Yes.
Okay. Let's hold the thoughts on the head coaching position, and we'll get into that when we come back in hour number 2. So, Tommy, given the check so far to the Jags for running backs, pass catchers, O-line, linebackers, and special teams, D-line and defensive backs going to Arizona. Quarterback, a push. That's what we've got so far in Tom's tail of the tape on this Friday. Keys to victory coming up next hour as well. More of your calls. Welcome at 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here. It is truck time at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Check out Duval Ford's huge selection of brand new F-150s. It's America's best-selling truck and has been for over 40 years. And right now, you can drive one home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months plus no payments for 90 days. That's right, 0 interest, no payments until next year. Your new F-150 waiting for you at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Check them out online at DuvalFord.com or stop by the showroom at 1616 Cassett Avenue today. That's Big Number 1 Duval Ford.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. Saturday and Sunday, we watch the games.
We're all on the same page then.
We spend Monday talking about what we saw. Sink your teeth into Dandy Foods Post-Game Monday. Makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
It's your boy Big Sirs, All-Pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 75-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX15. And that's $15 off. Carry out or delivery, it's your call. Use online promo JAX15 or $15 off a 75-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulate our Scholar Athlete of the Week, McCarthy Crenshaw, senior tennis and basketball player at Fletcher High. McCarthy is a member of the Science, History, and National Honor Societies and is vice president of the Interact Club.
Beard's Diamonds' last and largest store-wide sale of the year is here. It's Beard's 44th anniversary sale with up to 44% savings. At Beard's, we're proud to be the only locally owned jeweler in the town center. And we're so grateful to the people of Jacksonville for trusting us for over 4 decades. So, we're celebrating with incredible savings. Yes, engagement rings are included, and wedding bands, and anniversary bands, gemstone jewelry, yellow gold fashion jewelry. And of course, Beard's is your home for diamonds at real direct importer prices. Whether you're looking for a natural diamond or a lab-grown diamond, Beard's has every shape shape, and every size. Come and let us educate you and give you the trusted guidance you deserve. Don't settle for corporate chain store quality. Beards guarantees the best diamonds and the best value prices every day. Don't miss this incredible buying opportunity. Best prices of the year now during Beard's 44th anniversary sale. Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beard's.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hurricane season may be past us, but are you prepared for when your power goes out? A permanently installed Generac home standby generator does more than keep the lights on when the power fails. It delivers peace of mind. Whether you're home or not, your Generac home standby system kicks into action and continues to power your home until utility power returns. Give American Electrical a call at 737-7770 to find out more. For the best from Generac, check out american-electrical.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida. The Jacksonville Jaguars look to continue their momentum following the win against the Chargers as the team heads to Arizona to face the Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. will not play in the contest. We'll have pregame, in-game, and post-game coverage for you beginning at 11 a.m. with our kickoff show. Right now, 76 degrees at 11:01. Time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. He's number 55.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
I got you, Dylan Denmark. We're copacetic, buddy.
Yeah.
We just share a brain cell, he and I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
One?
Yeah.
Is that all you need?
Does it seem like
How many do you need?
I've got more to spare?
know. Well, I don't know. You get more than one brain cell.
I don't use them all.
You have some in storage?
I got a few working cells, and occasionally Dylan and I share one.
I got you.
That's all I got. What you get out of the snack machine?
No, this was from my car, but
okay.
you got to be careful because
We don't have a snack machine, by the way.
It's chocolate, so it might have melted a little bit in the car.
yeah.
So I got to let the room temp
Firm back up.
Yeah, firm it back
a little
up.
bit.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It'll be
Understood. Apparently, Liam Cohen was very praiseworthy of Eric Armstead, or felt, just really talked him up today. Said he's busted his mind, practiced out of his mind in padded practices every Thursday since the bye. He's really been coming on.
Yeah.
So there you
He's
go.
been coming on in the games. I mean, past 2 weeks, he's had pretty good games.
Absolutely. And he's had a nice bounce back season.
Yeah.
Need to see more of that. Tom, we'll get to our X Factor here in a moment. But how do you see the head coaching matchup between Jonathan Gannon and Liam Cohen?
Gannon punched wasn't he the guy that punched the running back? He got fined $100,000. Wasn't that him? Wasn't it? Or
Punch might be a little strong, but yes, he
a little shot.
He gave him a little yes, he gave him a little physical
That's
contact.
hilarious. Well, anyway, for 3 seasons, I think he's in his third year, right? He's 15 and 29. So I'm going Liam Cohen. Yeah,
I have no issue with that. Liam Cohen and
Liam's 6-4.
6-4, fastest Jaguar head coach with 6 wins in the history of the franchise. So in his first 10, I know it's a small milestone, but nevertheless, taking over a 4-win team.
Yeah,
he's already won 50% more games with 7 to go.
That's right.
I've got no issue with that. I think Liam Cohen's doing particularly this week. It was his best week of coaching and motivating and
And play
refocusing his team. And the play calling was very good, exceptional at times. Few instances of really exceptional. I really like that. We all, I think, like anytime it works, it's good calling.
Of course.
Right? But when you see it and you're like, oh, I could see the ingenuity and it paid off. And, you mentioned the comeback tight end.
The tight end
pass over
delay.
the
I
middle.
thought that sparked a lot.
The
of
Patrick
offense.
touchdown, the Bajal Tootin touchdown as
Yeah.
well. The little pitch where he cut it right there and everybody was flowing the other way,
Look, we're 10 games into the season, and I haven't seen anything from Liam Cohen yet that makes me question whether or not they got the right guy.
No, I agree.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
not a moment
Yeah,
of
totally
it.
agree with
He's
that.
been exceptional at this point as a coach doing this for the first time around. So we'll see. They're making a playoff run now. We'll see what that looks like.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's get to our X Factors. So why don't we fire up today's 10-10 take?
10-10 take. Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
I don't want to be the the kiss of death because Brenton Strange was my X Factor last week and he didn't play. So I'm going to go with
again.
No, I'm going to go with some healthy guys. Should I pick Jacoby
Who do you
Brissett?
not want to play this week?
Should I pick Jacoby Brissett? Quite frankly, that'd be great. I would take that. But for me, I've already alluded to it. I think the X Factors are primarily BJ Green, Danny Strigo, but it's whomever is called upon to supplement the pass rush if we don't have Trayvon Walker, which I'm feeling. Now, I don't know this. Nobody's told me Trayvon's been ruled out, but I'm going to suspect that he's not going to play this week. It's not trending in a good direction. Now, maybe we'll find out later that he got a limited practice today and he's listed as questionable, and I hope he does go. But even if he is he going to be 100%? So I think you need that supplementation, and they finally decided they'd seen enough or seen nothing from Emmanuel Ogbah, and he was a healthy scratch, and so it's time for these guys to shine. Tom, they say you're not a rookie now at this point in the season, so let's show it and let's continue to stack some good performances.
Well, look, Green. BJ had the great hit, obviously got fined, but Strigo's been playing pretty well. Like, he gets to the quarterback even without the sack that he's been a part of, the half sack or whatever. He was pushing his guy back, getting him in the pocket. So yeah, I think those guys are good picks. I'm gonna go with Parker Washington.
Okay.
I feel like he's due for another return for a touchdown. I know he's already leading with 3, but I don't know. On the road, sometimes you need a little spark in the special teams game to get things going. So I think he and look, I think if they go back to him more like they were going to him, he's proven that he's a reliable guy too. You can get the ball to him and he can get great after the catch. But yeah, I think he should hopefully have a big game.
Officially 2, because he had the one called back.
2, right? That's right. He had the third one.
2
called
that have
back.
counted. He's averaging 16.6 yards.
Yeah, he's awesome
per return this year. All right, Parker Washington, your X Factor. What about you, Tone?
More the frontline guys in relation to the conversation you were having about Strigo and Green, right? But I do think Josh Hines-Allen needs to be a star, with Trayvon Walker not playing on the other side potentially this week. And I think Eric Armstead too. Looking at his numbers, he's got the 5.5 sacks. We've talked about this a lot, Tommy. He's got 5.5 sacks on 7 quarterback hits.
Yeah.
Like when he's getting there, he's getting there, right? And you compare it to Calais Campbell on the other side. He's got his 5 sacks on 12 quarterback hits. Right, so he's affecting the game a little bit more than Eric Armstead is to this point of this season. But this is a week, given the weaknesses Arizona has along the offensive line, that Hines-Allen and Eric Armstead have to eat, especially with Trayvon Walker not being out there for him.
Yeah. Eric's been good against the run too. A lot of times during the game, either the replay or I'll rewind it back. I like watching him coming off the ball. He's very physical. I mean, granted, he's a really big dude, but he is very physical. His first initial, go watch him, and he's always got his arms almost extended every single time. That doesn't just happen, right? That's from the velocity, the force, the banging of your hands, maybe even your head a little bit to knock the guy back. So lately he's been playing pretty darn well. And look, they shut down the run too, right? I mean, they did overall. So they got to keep doing that in order to keep going, but I like the way he's playing.
All right, so for Tony and I, we're focusing on the pass rush D-line play. Tommy going with Parker Washington to bounce back. And let's not forget about the contributions. I think that's a good call because, with Jacoby Myers getting integrated into this offense, Parker took a little bit of a back seat in the passing game this week with only 2 targets. But, he's reliable. He's going to be there and make the plays when he's given the opportunity generally for this football team. So a lot of people can be an X factor in this football game, and there's some of the ones that we think will have a bearing on the outcome. And how will this game go and the rest of the Week 12 action? We'll get to that coming up. We've got confidence picks. We'll catch you up on where things stand on the season-long contest and how we see the Jags and Cardinals game, most importantly, going down this weekend. With Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark, I'm Mike Dempsey. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Cooler weather. Yeah, you know what? It's warmed up a little bit, but it's still nice outside. And in the morning, get that warm breakfast sandwich in your belly. It just starts your day off right. And you know that Dandy Foods has a fantastic selection of breakfast foods. I've always got my favorites, and I probably will always be partial to their French toast. But you got to try the twin pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. Ready to go in under a minute in the microwave. You get the sweet taste first, and the salty kicks in. They're delicious. They're addicting. They're a big portion at 7 ounces. You're going to find them at your local daily stores all over Jacksonville. So pop in, check them out, or maybe look for something else from their line of sandwiches and subs. Love that classic tuna salad. They've got a little something for everybody, though, including protein packs, light lunchtime wraps, gourmet salads, veggie trays, fruit cups, you name it, any time of day. Danny's got great, wholesome food for on the go that'll fill you up and won't weigh you down. So when you're hungry, do what I do. Go out and make yours a dandy and do it today.
Jaguars Today. From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T.
Bring it in!
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
Wish you had your own pit crew? Now you do. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Pull in, stay in your car, and watch the team go to work. A full-service oil change in 15 minutes. No appointment necessary. With multiple convenient Jacksonville locations and a 4.7-star national rating, Valvoline is also ranked the #1 quick lube in customer service by Forbes. Get fast, trusted service every time. Valvoline Instant Oil Changes of Jacksonville. Your pit crew for everyday driving.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
The halfway point is hit in pro football, and that means the stakes will be even higher the second half of the season. Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, and it's time to push for the playoffs and time to cash in on the big ball games. Player props, team totals, playoffs galore, and don't forget about Saturday. So many big games. Don't miss out. Get the party started on the Hard Rock Bet app. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
For your chance to win 4-day weekend VIP passes to the Welcome to Rockville Festival in Daytona Beach, May 15th to the 18th, text the word ROCK to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
I'm with Fred from Cycles of Jacksonville, and the fall part of the year just offers so much fun, especially when you're out and about. Tell everybody what's happening with Triumph right now.
They have got a lot of new models on the road, from Scrambler 400s. They've got the legendary Rocket motorcycle. Lots of really cool bikes to choose from.
And the price point and all the tricks that come with the Triumph bike, they're all there.
They're all there. Entry level to the greatest of the great. We've got them.
Look for them online, cyclesofjacksonville.com. Check out their Facebook page or that showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff, And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental,
Located in Bartram Park.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
Is this Woody Mark's walk-up song?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
That's what they said last night.
Thank you, D-Rock, for saving me from myself yesterday with the breakfast bowl. What about the look? Did you watch, did you see the look on Woody Mark's face when they took him out at the 2-yard line last night?
I did not.
Tony and I were talking about it before the show. He runs down there, a couple of nice gains, like maybe like a 15-yarder. Then it's like 3rd and 1. He converts that. They got 1st and goal at the 2. And he sees it, and he's looking. He doesn't want to look at the sideline. He looks. He's like, no. Let me. Oh man.
Chubb.
And here comes Chubb just to get stuffed. I mean, stuffed right there, like no push whatsoever.
You don't see it on a player's face all that often.
No, right? Like they just do it. And he was like, oh, come on, bro. I'm right here. I'm right here. So anyway.
And they struggle so badly in that. We've we talked about it a couple
that
weeks
short
ago.
yardage push.
Yeah, they're so terrible in that part of the field. They were showing the stats last night, like red zone. They're 13 of 33, I think, on the season, something like that. They're so terrible.
Yeah.
Like in that, they're 31st in the league.
Yeah.
And so Woody feels like he's got something going. And he looks over. He's like, man.
Well, they got a couple last night, and
Well, what if he's got incentives for the touchdown? You know what I mean? He's like, hey, man.
Well,
he's
sure,
a rookie.
yeah, he's a rookie. He probably doesn't.
maybe
have,
not.
But
you never know.
You still want him.
No, right.
Right? I
Yeah.
mean, we're talking about Freddie T. I think he
Right.
might have been off the air, just like because the whole Stacey Mack
Stacey Mack,
phenomenon.
yeah, I remember.
And Fred said, hey, there were a couple of occasions when
he would wave.
Like I just ran at 70 yards and got taken out at the 5 or whatever. There are occasions. Let Stacey Mack have his, and he goes, man, if I'd realized how much they're going to hold that against me,
Right.
like when the conversation, well, he only scored so many touchdowns.
No, right.
And
Absolutely.
like I would have been fighting Coughlin to leave me out there.
Yeah, for
Gotta
sure.
love Freddie, man. The best. All right, here's what went down last week. First of all, we caught up the week before. Tony, we couldn't remember. I didn't have it with me.
Right.
Tony had won the previous week.
I gave you the wrong numbers.
I don't possibly.
I did.
I think you did. That's okay. I'm used to it.
You got confused on what week. You didn't even know what he was asking.
You and I confuse each other, right? Would you agree that you and I sometimes are having two different conversations when we're talking to each other?
Sometimes,
I feel every once in a while. Like, I'm talking about something and Tom talks about something. He probably goes, yeah, Dubsy thinks this about whatever. And I'm like, we didn't even have a conversation about that. What does he mean? That's just how we are, man. We're,
it's a piece in a pot.
It's the Rumble.
That's
hey,
right.
I'm
on here.
Come on. All right. So last week, here's what I had last week, and you feel free to always check my math. Tommy, you went 8-6 in 14 games.
All right.
Okay. You had the Jags on the top line, however.
Yeah.
But you hit 6 of your next 7
Yeah, I
games.
know.
So pretty solid. You had 66 points. Tony went a spectacular 11-3 last week, but.
Jags were second.
Yeah, the Jags second, or at least the Chargers second in that case, and had KC on the 6-point line. I went 9-5, but I eked out a 1-point victory over Tony, 84-83, because I had the Chargers a little bit lower, and then the rest of my picks were my misses were my bottom 4. So I had 84, Tony had 83, Tom, you had 66. So going into this week, overall, what do you want, the points or the record?
Everything. Give me
Everything.
over.
All right, Tony Smith, 106, 46, and 1.
Wow.
He's got 847.
847
on the year. Okay, I am 99, 53 and 1, 821 and a half. We get the half if there's a tie and you picked an odd number for that game. And Tommy, you're one game behind me at 98, 54 and 1.
Okay.
And you have 757 and a half.
Okay.
Okay, so we go in the order of high points from the week before, so I will lead off. We got 13 games this week. I'm going Seattle over Tennessee on the top line. I'm going New England over Cincinnati, we're 12. And I'm going Detroit at home versus the New York Giants for 11. Tony Smith.
I will go Baltimore over the Jets on the 13-point line, Seattle over Tennessee on the 12, and Detroit over the Giants on the 11.
Okay, Tommy Mack.
Duval.
Oh, yeah. He's
winning.
back.
They're going to win.
He's
They're
back.
my most confident pick at 13-12. I'm taking Baltimore at home, and then I'm taking Detroit at home for number 11.
I will gladly give you the 13.
Yeah,
this
man.
week.
Got to make a
I
move.
hope you get
Got
it.
to make a move.
I hope you get it. I've got Baltimore on the 10-point line, so we all like the Ravens to get the victory over the Jets. I've got Duval, and I told you, my confidence has waned, but I'm not much more confident on some of the rest of these teams.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the
sure.
NFL's a tough league, and I do think the Jags should win this game. This is says more about my personality and worrying about what's happening, that things we can't control. With
Wait till you
Houston
see where
coming
I
up.
got him.
Well, I'm imagining it's significantly lower. But anyway, I got 10 for Baltimore, 9 for Jacksonville. I will take Green Bay against Minnesota, worth 8. Tony, what do you have?
10-point line, I'll take the Rams over Tampa, 9 New England over Cincinnati, 8 San Francisco over Carolina.
All righty. McManus.
Let's see. I've got 10 Seattle on the road. 9, I got the Rams at home. And 8, I got Kansas City at home.
All right, KC at home. I'm taking on the 7-point line. I'm going Philadelphia at Dallas. I'm going to take the Eagles in that one. I'm going to take the Chicago Bears at home against Pittsburgh, regardless of who plays quarterback. And I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints at home against Kirk Cousins and probably no Drake London. It looks like for the Falcons, I think that's going to be a passing game that has trouble driving the ball anywhere. So I'll take the Saints for their victory there on the 5-point line. Tony.
7-point line, Green Bay over Minnesota. 6-point line, Kansas City over Indianapolis. And on the 5, Vegas over Cleveland.
Las Vegas Raiders. Tom McManus.
7, I got Chicago at home. 6, Carolina in an upset. Kind of an upset, I guess. And then number 5, I got Minnesota beating Green Bay.
How many games do we have this week?
13.
We do have 13, right?
Yep. So the last
Okay.
4.
All right. I see what I did here. You got Carolina, and who was the last one there?
Minnesota at number 5.
All right, Minnesota. All right, we'll do our final 4 here. I was sure that I had taken Carolina, or at least I thought about taking Carolina. I'm looking for it, and I'm like, did I do it again? Did I leave the game off? No, I did not. Okay. And it's right there, right in front of me. I have San Francisco on the 4-point line. I have Kansas City, like you guys, but less confident on the 3-point line. I'm taking the LA Rams over the Bucks as Baker returns to the scene of that game where Liam Cohen was coaching him as his OC, and Baker came in that week, learned enough of the offense to go out there and win a football game as a starter. Crazy. And then I'm taking Vegas over Cleveland. I'm really torn on this. It is Shedeur Sanders' first start, but that defense has kept them in a lot of football games this year. That's where they are. 1-point line for me. Tony, your last 4.
Jacksonville over Arizona on the 4.
Duval.
New Orleans over Atlanta on the 3. Pittsburgh over Chicago on the 2. And Dallas over Philadelphia on the 1.
All right. Tommy Mack, last 4, please.
All right. I got Cleveland beating Vegas at number 4. I got Atlanta beating New Orleans, number 3. I got Dallas beating Philly, number 2. And number 1, Joe Burrow went 2 practices in a row on 11 on 11. So I'm going to think maybe he plays this week, and I'm going to take an upset, Cincinnati at home.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't play this
I mean,
week.
he played.
He's practiced fully.
Yeah, fully.
For 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Flacco missed a practice, then he was running the second team yesterday.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you, why wait a week? Because your season, you might be 3-8 then.
Right.
You probably will be.
If he can go, you let him go. He's your guy.
Absolutely. And this whole, what's the point of bringing it back?
No,
I don't know. You're paying him $50 million.
He
Go
wants
out and
to play.
football.
He's a football player. That's what we do.
It's exactly right. So I do think he will end up playing this week, but I don't think it'll be enough for the Bengals without Jamar
Shot
Chase.
in the arm.
No Jamar Chase, though.
Shot in the arm. But
right.
yeah, you got Joe Burrow.
Burrow. Joey Burrow.
Joey B, baby.
Joey B. All right, here's what we got. I went Seattle, New England, Detroit, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Green Bay, Philadelphia, Chicago, New Orleans, San Francisco, Kansas City, the LA Rams, and Vegas. Tony going with the Ravens, Seahawks, Lions, Rams, Patriots, 49ers, Packers, Chiefs, Raiders, Jaguars, Saints, Steelers, and Cowboys. And for most least confident, Duval for Tom McManus at the top. Baltimore, Detroit, Seattle, Rams, KC, Chicago, Carolina, Minnesota, Cleveland, Atlanta, Dallas, and Cincinnati. That'll be a big one. If Cincinnati, you only get a point, but that would take 12 away from me, 9 away from Tone. That's
There you
the
go.
way you got to do it to catch up along the way. All right, so confidence picks are in for week number 12. We'll step aside here. We'll come back, and we'll get Tony to take us around the league. Then let's start to get into some of our keys to victory for the Jacksonville Jaguars if they're going to beat the Arizona Cardinals and improve to 7-4 this week. Tom McManus in studio. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. 1010XL brings the swamp to the first coast.
Guns it for the end zone. Intercepted!
Rocky Top makes a stop in the swamp.
Touchdown Gators!
Florida, Tennessee, Saturday at 7:30 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Your favorite band live, First Chord Hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, "We came through for you." That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better than when they walked in. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Rebound Rehabilitation. 11 great locations across the First Coast, and they're just a click away when it comes to feeling strong and healthy again. If you need the best path to recovery, look no further than Rebound Rehab. Log on and check out one of their great 11 locations.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 16617881. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Slow, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, we continue on, getting ready to go. Keys to victory for the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Arizona Cardinals. One key would be bring a napkin.
I need a wet nap.
So you know,
it was chocolate. I told you it was chocolatey.
You're correct.
It
You
didn't,
were right.
It didn't harden up enough. It was still melty.
He didn't wait very long.
I couldn't.
I know.
It was staring at me.
I know.
You know, I'm a sucker for
Impulse
chocolate.
control, Tommy.
Yes.
I've never had a lot of it either. So
no, not for chocolate.
No, chocolate's
a tough one.
Top shelf.
Yeah,
I do enjoy it. You know, what can I tell you?
No.
I'll walk another 6 miles today.
Yeah, I work it off.
Burn
but
a
I like
little bit
eating.
off. But if I didn't eat that kind of stuff, would need to walk 6 every day. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
just
there you
trying to
go.
maintain a little stasis. Tony, why don't you take us around the rest of the NFL?
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Ian Rappaport reported yesterday that Houston running back Joe Mixon is not expected to be able to return this season. Indianapolis quarterback Daniel Jones was limited in practice with a calf injury yesterday. Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow was a full participant in practice for a second consecutive day. Bengals head coach Zach Taylor said no decision has been made yet about whether or not Burrow would play this week. Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson was a full practice participant on Thursday after being held out of practice on Wednesday. New York Giants quarterback Jackson Dart was limited in a non-contact practice participant yesterday as he works through the league's concussion protocol, but it does sound like the expectation is that he'll be back out there for the Giants this week, though we'll see if he gets cleared today. Pittsburgh quarterback Aaron Rodgers and running back Jalen Warren were both able to get in limited practices yesterday, and Green Bay running back Josh Jacobs was limited. We'll see about his availability for Sunday.
Yeah, I think he might have been non-contact. I'm not sure, but either way.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I think they put him through non-contact and wanted to see how he was feeling, kind of thing, was at least the report I saw, but I haven't seen anything about. They haven't obviously made any kind of judgment on whether or not he'll play this week or not.
None of Dylan's Breakfast Bowl players in danger of missing?
Not that I saw.
Man, tighten up.
Dang it. Dang it. There's still a couple days, man. There's still a couple days for them to get into some kind of malfeasance and get suspended.
Yeah, I'm sure one of them will wake up with a cough and they'll be on an illness.
It happens. It does happen.
Guys get sick, man.
The old illness come and get you. All right, let's get some keys to victory.
Yeah.
You want to lead off?
Sure.
Give us a key.
You got to pound the football. You got to run the football. They give up 112 yards and some change a game, about 4.3 yards a carry. To me, let's take advantage of that. I thought not only did the line come to play yesterday, the backs, man, they were really patient, with hitting the hole. And when they did, it was just, relentless. So I like to see more of that. But, yeah, between Tootin and ETN, of course, both hopefully being fully healthy and ready to rock and roll, I think we got to pound the rock to win this ball game.
Dylan lent you the half a brain cell I was lending him because that was number one on my list.
It's number one on my list,
yeah,
too.
Run the ball.
Yeah.
So
right.
that would
we
be
all
a third. Brain.
Whatever. We're dicing it up smaller and smaller. And it's becoming evident.
Okay.
But I think we're all agree. I mean,
yeah, looking at some of the numbers for this game, too, I do think there is something. The nervousness for me about this matchup is I don't know if the lessons have been learned about the mentality of the team yet or not. And I think this week is a week to solidify those things, as you said, Tommy. So I'm kind of on and off the seesaw with this kind of thing, getting ready for this game. I don't think it's the only path to victory for the football team this week, but I think if they do run for 150 against the Cardinals, they win. The Jags are 4-0 when they have rushed for 150 this year. They're 5-1 when they've rushed for 100 yards on the season.
Okay.
They only lost Cincinnati, a game that they really kind of won.
Right.
But they lost, right? So really, when they've rushed for 100 yards this year, you can almost look at them as an undefeated team to this point this season. So it is a big key for the mentality of this football team. Mm-hmm. If they can establish the run, or if they don't, it's a big win-loss factor for them.
Good call.
It's interesting, just the mentality issue, and I'll because I think that is a key. Just, whatever it is to get your mind focused. Last week it was the anger, right? The embarrassment factor. We're going to show you. Well, you showed us. Now, what is the incentive to kind of take that above and beyond? And you think, well, it shouldn't matter. They're pros, right? And you're watching the game last night, and you hear them say that players on Buffalo admitted that, yeah, we really didn't take Miami very seriously when we went down to play. I mean, you're like, how can a playoff team, a team that's been to the playoffs and deep into the playoffs as many times as they have, with that kind of DNA in that locker room, not learn that lesson?
Yeah.
You know? And so if they can do that, don't think that the Jags can't go, oh, we got it a little bit figured out here. So avoiding the complacency, staying on a mental edge, for me, I'll put as number 2 behind the running game that we're all hoping for.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you go to Miami, you get a little distracted.
Could be that,
you
too.
know
But
what I mean?
I think it was more they're like, hey, this is a team that we've had a lot of success against, and we're going to show up, play our game. We've been down this road
we
before.
do to the Dolphins.
And you still have to do the steps in preparing and be ready to go out there and execute.
Well, you know, you saw the story of Pickens and Lamb, right? They were late to curfew because they were out having drinks right before the game. Well, you go to Miami, I think there's more than 2 guys out.
How about, what do you make of this story? Where in that CeeDee Lamb, the story was CeeDee was puking all over the casino.
Right, heard
right?
that, yeah.
And then CeeDee's like, nah, man, I can handle my liquor.
I'm a professional drinker.
Right. So, like, is that much better? Like, that you drink so much that I can drink heavy on
And
the night
still
before
not
a
yet.
game. And,
How about that?
And exactly.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, one series and
back in.
You know, right back in, guys. And Pickens went nuts.
Yeah, I've heard Fred talk about that matchup that night before the
Pittsburgh.
Steelers where he went nuts.
Yeah.
He was like, man, if I hadn't been running around the night before,
I would
he's
have
like,
set the NFL record that day.
Yeah.
You know, he had that feeling.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
just kept getting tired
Yeah.
in the game. And he ran for, what, was it 224?
Yep. Alcohol makes you tired after a while.
It can.
It just
can,
does.
unless you're
CeeDee
CeeDee Lamb. Tommy, who's next for
well,
you?
you know, I got to go back to the old faithful of ruining Jacoby Brissett's day. I mean, we've ruined Justin Herbert's day last week. We didn't ruin his career, you know, but I tell you what, he felt that hit. There's no doubt he felt that hit. You could see it all over his face. So get after and attack Jacoby Brissett. I know he's an older guy. You might have respect for your elders, but you got to hit him, and you got to hit him off.
I will give you, without looking down, I will give you a $1 bill right now if you can tell me who the backup quarterback is for the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, it's not
Murray,
it's not
'cause
Murray.
he's on
right?
IR.
I think I know.
He's from BYU. It's not Ty Detmer.
Oh, I know. The kid from Zach Wilson?
No.
No.
Keaton Slovis.
No, I don't know
So,
who that is. Wow.
yeah,
I'd like to see him play.
I would
this
like
year.
that. That's the point, Tony. I would like to learn more about Keaton Slovis this week. I'd like to hear Frank Frangie call his name in as much seriousness as possible. Let's see.
Good one.
Jonah Williams, this is coming down right now from our man Bo Brack, who we had on Wednesday. Cardinals coach Jonathan Gannon says Jonah Williams is going on injury reserve and will have surgery. We knew that Marvin Harrison and Amari DiMarcado had been ruled out. Baron Browning also ruled out. He's a pretty sneaky little pass rusher.
Yeah.
Right? Little linebackers.
Absolutely. I know
Sub
he is.
packages and stuff. So those are
Kelvin Beachum getting a start. I mean,
Isn't
what's
that crazy? Like Kelvin Beachum, I get the sense, and I don't know because I don't break down the Arizona film.
No, I know.
I get the sense that he's still an okay player.
Yeah.
Like, what is? That's why people think people come to Jacksonville and we wreck them. You know, Kelvin Beachum's always been a pretty good player, and it looked like his career was done. When he was here, and that was years ago.
He's still playing.
Years ago.
I know.
So
I know.
go figure. Tony, give us another key.
Yeah, my first 2 keys kind of speak to how I see the identity of the football team at this point, and I would say win the turnover battle. The Jags have played 2 games this season during which they did not force a turnover, Seattle and the Rams. We're getting deep enough into the season that we should be getting a clearer picture of who the heck this football team is. Run the ball, take it away. It's easier said than done, historically speaking, with Jacoby Brissett. He is tied with Aaron Rodgers for the lowest interception percentage in NFL history among quarterbacks with at least 1,500 pass attempts.
Wow.
right?
Yeah,
That is a stunning stat for a guy that I've always thought of Brissett as a guy who protects the ball, but I didn't know he protected it like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he is a guy, he just does not throw interceptions. Doesn't mean he can't get turnovers off this Cardinals team, but it's probably not going to come via the interception this week.
No, and without Marvin Harrison, it's probably going to come their success, if they have it, is going to come on 10, 12 play drives where he's completing 6 and 7 yard passes.
That's
and
what they got. Yeah.
You got to defensively not get
factor,
lulled to sleep there. And that is the McBride factor. And that is my next key is like at least pay some attention to Trey McBride. It didn't appear that Brock Bowers got a whole lot when we played another elite tight end just a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, look, Michael Wilson showed he can beat you badly as well. But McBride is the key. If you can neutralize him in the middle of the field, or at least, look, 8 catches for 80 yards, okay.
Right.
Can't have 12 for 120 plus and a
touchdowns.
couple of touchdowns,
Yeah,
right. So if it's something manageable and they've got to continue to grind to get him up to those numbers, I think just not stopping. He's a tough guy to stop, but just not letting him go crazy on you this week.
All right, my next key is the special team key. How about that?
I
thought the coverage guys did a great job last week. Very physical and whatnot. You mentioned Greg Dorsch, their wideout, but he's a good returner,
He
too.
is a good return man.
He's averaging almost 14 yards per punt return on quite a bit. He doesn't have any touchdowns, but he's got a long of 40. So I'll flip it around. Like when they struggle on offense, you don't want a punt return to hurt you. So we got to be on our keys and have a good special teams outing. He also returns kicks, and he's about 26 yards per return as well. So
That punt return average, Tom, is even more impressive that he doesn't have one longer than 40.
Yeah, right.
Like he doesn't have that 80-yarder that
good call.
boosts the average across
That means
the way.
he's doing a bunch of 13,
Consistently,
15, whatever.
he's getting a good return there. So like that call, Tony.
The matchup says that you ought to have 4 or 5 sacks this week and probably in the neighborhood of 10 quarterback hits. Right? Like that's what the matchup says. And I am not confident enough in the pass rush group for the Jaguars to be like, well, they're going to do that this week because I've been disappointed by it so many times before. But the matchup dictates that they ought to be able to do that kind of thing. And I do think it's a key against a guy like Brissett.
Why I oughta. All right. My last one for now, and then we'll come back and look at some of the submissions that we got. He was my X factor last week. He is one of my keys this week. Just simply Brenton Strange. A healthy appearance from Brenton Strange. Nothing that will lead to more success in the running game. That will lead to a few more third down conversions. That will lead to some energy because he's going to truck 1 or 2 guys somewhere along the way, and it's going to have a ripple effect. It's going to help open things up for everybody else in all these various aspects of the offense. I cannot wait to see Brenton Strange back on the field.
No doubt, and I will got to commend the staff for putting Quentin Morris in there on those blocks because I know you talked about it earlier.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
that's what we've been missing. I don't think Hunter Long was delivering it like that, but, man, you get Quentin Morris doing that stuff along with Strange. That's some violent blocking.
Quentin Morris had some people questioning their life decisions.
No
last
doubt.
week. I mean,
that Bud Dupree block.
Bud Dupree, that was some. I mean, and then you throw the Hainsey block where he got out there on the touchdown was tremendous.
That's what I'm talking
McCary
about.
got a great block on that.
Yeah, he did.
Play as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, team effort, man. Let's have another one of those for 60 minutes on Sunday. He said with the most obvious words coming out of his mouth right there. All right, we'll come back with a final few minutes of thought on the Jags-Cardinals matchup. Give you our score predictions as well for that one, and we'll send you off into XL Primetime coming up from noon to 2 today. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Look, I was recently talking with Patrick and the team at Apex Roofing and Contracting. We went to lunch, and even in a tough economic year, they wanted me to say thank you. Guys, Apex is locally owned. They truly appreciate every homeowner, every business owner who trusts them with roof repairs, replacements, or any construction project that they've had this year. So from the entire Apex crew and from me, happy holidays to all of our listeners, customers, and clients. And remember, for quality work from a team that cares about our community, that's ApexRoofingFL.com.
Jaguars Today. From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 and a 4th room free with a canned food donation. Plus $75 off air ducts as well. Book online anytime at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Frank Frangie here. The holidays are right around the corner, and Nimnik Buick GMC is kicking off the season with prices that are better than ever. Are you looking for a dealership that actually makes car buying easy? Well, at Nimnik, you'll find unbeatable holiday savings, a huge selection of Buicks and GMCs, plus flexible financing that fits your budget. Plus, the biggest sale of the year is coming, Nimnik's bigger than ever Black Friday event. Start your shopping early at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom off Phillips Highway today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Yo, you already know it's your main man ET. And no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails. Served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Rounded out with adventurous drink menus, second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts. Check them out now on Atlantic and Kernan. Twin Peaks, eat, drink, scenic views. Come on, somebody.
Remember your first magnificent cigar? Yeah, neither do we. But here's your chance to make the next great memory with an extraordinary A.J. Fernandez cigar. Join us at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road on November 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. for outstanding food, awesome prizes, and incredible deals on A.J. Fernandez cigars. Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road. It's more than a cigar store, it's an experience.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff Hennard and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, I'm going to be Mr. Positive here, Tommy Mac.
Come on.
All right, and I'm going to do, here's a bonus 10-10 take for you, okay?
Bonus.
If the Jags win on Pearl Harbor Day, December the 7th, they'll be in first place.
If they beat Indy.
If they win on that day.
On that day.
Because I believe, I'm putting that positivity out there.
I believe I can fly.
The Jags will fly out to Arizona, get the dub, handle their business versus Tennessee.
Taking care of business.
Yes, every day.
Every day.
And then the Colts will head to Kansas City, on a jet plane. I don't know what if you wanted the song.
Big jet plane.
Kansas City and Houston at home. Indy's going to lose at least one of those games.
I agree.
Okay, maybe both. If they lose them both and the Jags win the next two, they're both 8-4 going into the game.
Yeah, I like it.
If they lose one, they'll be at 9-3. Jags will be at 8-4. A win, they'll have the same record, but the Jags will have the head-to-head.
Got to beat Arizona.
Got to beat Arizona to make this
happen.
Likely happen, unless Indy loses each of their next two games. But it's still possible. But then you got to worry about Houston coming up.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jags, take care of your business. You'll be playing for first place on December 7th.
And an early happy birthday to my mom.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
happy
That's right.
birthday. All right.
And also Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench. All right. Great catch.
And also Larry Bird.
And Larry Bird.
And
Wow.
Terrell Owens.
And T.O., the sit-up man.
And Hunter Henry.
Wow, you got a lot.
This happening.
You're like all over the place.
Tony's mom, man.
Yep.
Way to go, Tony's mom.
She knows some people.
Happy birthday.
There you go. All on that date. All right. So here's some keys to victory from
All right. Yeah, let's hear it.
the listening audience out there. Scott, and we'll go through some. We won't repeat all the ones that get repeated a lot. Pass defense. I think we can stop the run game. So let's get after the quarterback and affect the pass
Yeah,
defense.
if they don't stop their run game, my goodness.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Well, by the way, Dylan, what did you just hear a clip from? Was this Jonathan Gannon? What did he say about Trey Benson?
He said that Trey Benson, quote unquote, looked good, but they are still determining his status for this weekend's game against the Jags.
Okay, got to activate him by tomorrow if they're going to activate
Sounds
him.
like he's playing.
We'll
I mean,
see.
it looks good.
Looks good,
You know what I
but
mean? Why throw in looks good?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, just say he's not. We don't know yet.
I hear, but I feel like
That's kind of the strange thing last week.
Yeah, like Strange looked pretty good. Yeah, he's looked pretty good out there. We hope to have him out there. You know,
Game plan for him.
Man, yeah, right. I mean that.
No,
that's
sure.
part of it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's mentally.
yeah.
How do we have to change our approach? Run the ball, wear down their D, which we all agreed with was number one for us this week. Win the turnover penalty battle. Obadiah said pressure Brissett, establish a run, keep penalties to a minimum. A lot of run the ball, protect Trevor Lawrence, get turnovers. That's from Cobalt Blue. Control both lines of scrimmage, win in the trenches. Only need one, says Drew. Copy and paste from last week. We ran the ball, had nothing self-inflicted, and got our pass rush home. I mean, that pretty much, if this team does those, if you run the ball well, if you affect the opposing passer, and you don't beat yourself,
that's normally a recipe for victory.
For most teams, right? But I think specifically for the way this team wants to play and where their strengths lie in this matchup, I think that those are all very, very valid. As Matthew points out, Brissett's been sacked 18 times in the last 5 games.
Oh, I know.
So you can get to him. He doesn't turn it over.
No.
But he can go down with the ship, so to speak.
Crack the sternum. It's hard to breathe.
Just for the day.
Well,
though.
hairline fracture. That's all you need.
It's a little. You don't need.
I had one. I had one in my freshman year. I got hit by a fullback in the chest, and he cracked my sternum a little bit. It hurt. I made sure it never happened again.
What was the? How much time were you down, if at all?
I had to go to the infirmary that night, and it pissed me off because they kept waking me up. They didn't want me to sleep too long. And I was like, "Let me sleep." I'm like, "They're like, can you breathe?" I'm like, "It hurts, but I can breathe. Just get out of here and leave me alone." But they didn't. And then I got out the next day, and I think I practiced that next week. So
how about that?
They made us different back then.
All right, be thinking of your final score prediction.
I got it already.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's welcome in XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Matt Hayes is here. What's going on, Matt?
I love how Tommy just casually, matter-of-factly says, crack the sternum.
Every week, it's a different injury that he is hoping the Jaguars inflict on the opposing quarterback, but not a life-threatening one.
Just for the day.
Not a career
Ruin
wrecker.
the day.
Just a one-day cracked sternum.
That's
You know,
kind of
those-
out of the box,
Those
too,
quick
the
healing
cracked
cracked
sternum.
sternums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they're fine by Monday, but can't really operate
Some
with
are.
them for the rest of Sunday.
Like, I could see rib, knee, ankle, but it's cracked sternum's a little bit out there.
cracked
specific,
rib
right?
might be tough to come back from.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Matt Hayes, have you been tracking any planes this morning?
No, but it's, you know what's funny is I was thinking about this is what if there's like just some billionaire who's just messing with every fan base? Who just took
flying a plane
took
around?
a private plane to Baton Rouge, then
that'd be
decided to fly to Gainesville. and-
You got that kind of money to burn.
I mean, if I was a billionaire, I'd do that.
That is kind of funny. I was
That would
watching
be
some
great,
documentary last night after the game, as a matter of fact, and the woman was talking about, as a kid, like, one year, my dad got some elephants, and just for the summer, and they, like, are on our property, and it was that point I realized we might have money. Just got some random elephants showing up here.
so.
All right, so what's coming up today, Matt?
We're going to talk Jags, of course. We'll get into Kiffin because it's all about Kiffin right now, and that's what he wants. So we're just feeding the goat.
Hey, it ends up making him probably more money.
Goats eat anything.
That's the way it goes. Goats do eat anything. All right, including cracked sternum. So
that's right.
To tie it all together.
That's why they call it Feed the Goat.
Matt, have a good show today.
Right,
enjoy your weekend as well. All right, Tommy Mac, what do you got for a score?
I got 24-10 Jags.
24-10.
24-10.
Tony Smith.
23-21.
You're almost encroaching. Dylan Denmark.
27-17.
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
I got 23-22. For
Really?
2 reasons.
Okay.
That'll be 3 weeks in a row that the Cardinals have scored 22. Well, 3 reasons. I've gotten more nervous as the week's gone on, so it's a tight one. And Prosser in the Friday 5-pack took the Jags -3. So he's not been good in the Friday 5-pack.
Is that right?
So that way the Jags can still win it.
Okay.
But they fail to cover.
Gotcha.
In the Friday 5-pack. And
Yeah, nice.
I thought, oh, man, I better
cover.
make a close one today. So that's shocking. Tony and I, 1 point different, 23-21. I don't care what it is.
Just win, baby.
Tommy hit the score on the head. I'll be delighted, man.
That's
That'd
right.
be fantastic. 35-0 would be much welcome. 35-6 again. Let's run that back. Anyway, good luck to the Jags this weekend. Tom, final Dad Bod show?
Final Dad Bod show tomorrow night at the new local in Ponte Vedra at the corner of A1A and Solana Road in the Winn-Dixie shopping plaza.
All right.
Take stage at 8 o'clock.
Friday night lights for Coach Denmark tonight. Tony on the call of Bulls football versus
Bulls FSU
High.
Yep.
There you go. And got a little Sirius XM for the next 2 days. Then I'll talk to you on the pregame with JP Shadrick, Brian Sexton, Austin Lane, and company. That'll do it for us today. Thank you for listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.